What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, my friends, we're knocking on the door, team of the season. That's why I'm wearing blue. I know you're gonna want those weekend league results, so I thought we'd cover some tips that are gonna help you align. Some of these you may have heard before. Others are gonna be brand new, or this is gonna be a helpful reminder. If this is what you're looking for on the channel, make sure to drop a like, throws it around the YouTube algorithm, the ecosystem, helps out everything that's been happening. And in the comment section, which players are you looking forward to most? It could be any of the leagues, your predictions, and also if you have additional tips. I'm not perfect, sometimes I miss something. We got 15 quick fire. I'm talking fuego. Also, new upload just went up on the second channel. If you're supporting that, if you're down with the New York City lifestyle, this one's a little bit different as well. I don't want to give you spoilers, but it's not necessarily focused as heavy on real estate, but more so what moving to New York City looks like in 2021. That's linked down below. Appreciate all of you. Drop a subscription if you're new. Hit the bell. Let's run it. Play warm-up games. Now, I've been complacent, especially during a normal weekend league. I just go into matches, but we're talking team of the season, best rewards. There's more on the line, and it's gonna be sweaty, disgusting, absolute pure filth. Unforgivable choices are gonna be made on the virtual pitch. You have to be prepared. You might even need a couple warm-up games before you get started with FUT Champs. Play it, it's worth the investment of time, specifically for team of the season. Make substitutions. Many of you already do this. But if you've been a little more focused on some of the starters, you forget about the 65th, the 70th, the 80th minute, extra time, make the subs. It will help you. Short term, mid-term, long term. Players are getting better and better. We have too many options. You can't take a chance of running out of gas, being lackluster, second rate. These are facts. Form breaks. Let me explain. Let's say you play 5-6 games and you could tell that you're in a beautiful free flow. You're talking to the FIFA gods. They're responding. We're all prayed up together. Fantastic. Keep playing. However, if you're struggling or maybe you had a very difficult game, even with a win, a victory, maybe you need a break. You need to rehydrate, sit down, call a friend, look at something different than all the monitors in front of you. Take a screen break. And you got to be honest and realistic with yourself. I can often tell when my form is starting to dip, or my focus doesn't look the same. That's kind of what I'm stressing with form breaks. If you can do this, it will improve your results if you can time when you should or should not get away from the console. Formation advice. You need to have minimum 2 presets. That means 2 formations you switch in and out of on the fly. Whether it's a more defensive and then a more offensive, something with a lot of width, something that's more narrow. Either way, you gotta have at least 2. And I'd say most players or competitors or elite level consumers of FUT Champs activity, they might have 3 or 4. I'd also recommend 2 center mids or 2 holding mids because defense wins championships and covering up that midfield makes life so much easier, especially when you're looking at the Renato Sanchez, the Vidals, and any new team of the season FUT items that are going to be introduced. They're going to be so dominant. Their presence is so relevant. Get you 2 of those guys and let them command, let them direct. These guys could do the traffic for you, break up plays, reach their star potential. Use meta players. Most effective tactics available. And you know, on my channel, I like to mix and match, and I still might do that. I might not even follow this rule, but this is a bad weekend or weekends to experiment during team of the season, unless you are perhaps a content creator and you're willing to sacrifice. Expect to see fullbacks as center backs all day, every day. Mbappe's, Neymar's, whatever the most sweat-tastic type of starting 11 there is. Everyone will be meta because the rewards pay out. It's no longer just team of the week rewards. No, we're talking team of the season, end game. People are gonna leave it all on the virtual pitch. This I can promise you. So if you're on the fence, if it's about getting results, go meta players. Expect plenty of Varane and Mendy's all day. We talked about New York City Rats in the previous upload. They're coming to play the next 6 to 8 weekends. Confirmed. No showers. We talk about rats that swim. Nutria. I hope somebody knows that reference. They're big old rats. Spread out your games. I know I talked about form breaks. It's not necessarily the same. Form breaks are dealing with how you're feeling, how you're playing. Spreading out your games is a structure, a plan. You've got something in motion. I'm gonna play 7 games on Friday. I'm gonna play 13 games on Saturday. I'm gonna play the final 10 games on Sunday. some sort of allocation based on your schedule. I'm gonna play at these times. And I know, Mike, we have to take it this serious. If the goal is to maximize results, you should. Unless you're a pro player, and you might not be watching this video if you're a pro player and you're going 30-0 every weekend, every little segment or detail or particular can help you create a skill gap or perform a little bit better throughout a weekend league. And that's all I'm trying to give you. I want you to maximize you. Goalkeeper movement. Now, I'm not saying you can learn this overnight, but this is a key detail. If you want a success story, especially at the upper levels, being able to just barely scoot your goalkeeper left or right with some of the timing, last minute especial, is important. And I realize it's a gameplay function. I've made multiple videos talking about all sorts of different tutorials, including goalkeepers. You can find it on the YouTube channel. This video is not going to go into a bunch of depth of how to do a bridge dribble or which skill moves are most effective, but I wanted to mention goalkeeper movement because I've noticed an influx and an increase of what you can get out of or receive with slight goalkeeper movement with proper timing. Game management. I'm not talking about being a club manager. We're talking about seeing out matches. And a lot of you struggle with this. It's not easy. I'll give you a few little helpers, tips for game management. First off, we're gonna play percentages. If you're lost with the sauce and you have the lead, it's the 70th, 80th minute, do not be scared or refrain from maybe clearing the ball deep, sending it out of play. I've talked about game management with a lot more depth as well on the channel. But for example, if you're going up against a team press, if you can draw a foul or a throw in, any sort of set piece or dead ball, that's a reset. That's good for you. Also, if you're going to lose the ball or you're going to be in a high danger scenario or situation, do that via the wings, not in the middle of the pitch. These are rules that I follow every single time. Because if you make a mistake in your defensive half in the middle of the pitch, you have just conceded an opportunity for your opposition. Does he convert? That I can't say. But you're definitely not going to be in an advantageous position. You want resets, you want recycles, you want boring gameplay to see it out. And a lot regarding game management is not about just holding the shield or running to the corner flag. There's more that goes into it, especially with how overpowered and how strong in general a team press or when your opposition really runs those tactics this way or runs them that way. This is why I talk about having multiple game plans. It kind of plays a factor with game management. Just don't make it easier for your opponent. We're well past the holiday season. Christmas has been gone. We've had enough Santa Claus, okay? I'll put on the hat. Camera angles. I'm only seeing telebroadcast and co-op. Those are the two that are going to put you in the best position to have success. Would you like to see my camera angle settings? Sure, I got you covered. Telebroadcast, I'm on a custom. As you can see with camera settings, this is what I'm currently using. Many of you will co-sign and heavily back using co-op, which I totally understand. It's very common in the competitive scene as well. Camera height, I've got at 20. Camera zoom, I have at 5. You can copy and paste. While we're here, let's talk about controller settings. These are my updated controller settings. Many of you have seen videos or live streams where we discuss these, but I think it's worth sharing because how you set yourself up impacts how easy or difficult getting results can be. If you have questions, ask away. FIFA trainer, hide. I have time finishing on, but really don't use it often. The same with the indicators, the pass block assistance. Auto switching, always gonna co-sign air balls or loose balls or manual. Some of these don't make as big of a difference. I like jockey on manual, but even if you had it as assisted, I really don't think it's a game changer, but it's been easier for me. All these auto passes, clearances, I'm gonna have all of that off. I don't enjoy the AI playing for me. I got a lot of that manipulative play on my own, and some of them are defaulted as on. So you should review, especially if you're looking at the contextual dribbling. That starts out as a default on, and you might not want automated dribbling. When we're looking at passing, assisted across the board, I have semi for crossing assistance, and then analog sprint, I have off. I don't think that's very free flow, natural, fluid, organic, you name it. Like I said, if you have questions, throw them my way. I'll answer everything with controller settings, but these are my personal choices, and I feel that they put you in a position to definitely get better results. That's the game plan. Play on a monitor, not a TV. Refresh rates are trash tier on almost all TVs. You're playing on a big screen, means you're playing on delay that you don't even know that you have. That often is the case. So I highly recommend 24-inch monitor. If you're serious about taking this a little more competitive or getting better results, get yourself on a monitor ASAP. We're backtracking. Defense first. Stay locked in. and you're gonna lock out your oppositions. At the end of the day, there are gonna be a lot of ugly games. Extra time, late game scenarios, low scoring, even penalty kicks. This is inevitable. I promise you. You might not want to hear that because you're sweating watching this video. Your hands not feeling the same. I get it. But I'm telling you right now, focus on your defense, making sure that you can win those ugly matches, or at least stay close. That deals with the trackbacks. That deals with the tactical approach. That deals with staying focused defensively and then having a little more of that expression offensively. Having structure, having a gameplay, methodical movements, give and take, how you double team, how you pressure, how you swing side to side, your player switching. Can make a whole video, which I have done. Right analog player switching has to be on point. Micromanagement. Defense wins championships. I know. Super cliche, but I didn't make it up, and I'm telling you right here, right now, it is very factual. There is logistics behind that. There's substance. It's not just a Mike quote, even though you could put that dirty Mike stamp. Do not play on Wi-Fi. Why would you do that to yourself? Asking for bad connection, disconnection, all sorts of different problems and areas. Signals go up, they go down. You're never going to receive a better experience playing on Wi-Fi. That might be the easiest way that I can put this out into the atmosphere. You will never play better on Wi-Fi. Plug in the Ethernet, drag one around your apartment or your house or your girlfriend's spot, your parents' pad, do what you gotta do. Plug it in. No distractions. If you're in the middle of a match, you're not texting, you're not calling, you're not tweeting, you're not on social media, not for those 15 minutes. Afterward, do what you want to do. But tell your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, no, I'm locked in. This is team of the season. I'm taking this serious. Don't bother me. Put a sign on the door. Do not disturb. Man is at work. Serious work. Will be high strung and stressed out. No distractions. I reiterate, in between games, after games, whatever you like to do. But during those 15 to 20 minutes, nothing interferes. And last but not least, stay hydrated. Talk about this, be about this. You don't want headaches. And a lot of times you forget to drink that water. Take those bathroom breaks. Sometimes that's the break you need even in form. It's just getting up and down, walking to the restroom, then coming back. Let your eyes breathe. Stay hydrated. You're going to feel healthy. You're going to feel better. And you're going to need it. Aqua, water, survival. And the reality is, Weekend League takes a lot out of you. Doesn't matter if you're a creator, a pro, a casual. If you're playing 30 games on the weekend, Team of the Season edition or rendition, that drop, that release, that hype level, a lot of people come back for Team of the Season that maybe haven't been playing hardcore, haven't been as committed for the past month, for the past few weeks. But they're here now, and you've got to get past them. Stay hydrated. It's good for your health, and health is wealth. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed everything, make sure to drop some love on the video. As always, we're uploading daily. I have a lot more content coming out ASAP, and the second channel video is live. It's up. You should subscribe over there. We just went over 1,000 subscribers. We can run this up. I appreciate you, and I have a lot more coming out. ASAP, 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 ASAP. Good luck this Weekend League.